I have put forth a plan to defeat ISIS. It does involve going after them online, but we also have to intensify our air strikes against ISIS.
I think we have to get NATO to go into the Middle East with us, in addition to surrounding nations, and we have to knock the hell out of ISIS.
Well, whatever the next president does against ISIS, he or she may have to deal with an even more complex element. The Pentagon now says ISIS is dead set on using chemical weapons as they fight back against our troops and Iraqi forces who are trying to root them out. Here now is retired Marine Lieutenant Colonel Oliver North, host of War Stories and former U.S. government counterterrorism coordinator under President Reagan. Now, Colonel North, you actually have reported that there are signs already of ISIS having used chemical weapons against Kurdish fighters, correct?
Yes, we did, David. Last November, when we were out here, there were clear indications from the Kurds, the Peshmerga, that they had been hit with chemical weapons. You could see the burns on the bodies, the reactions that would be normal for mustard gas. And, you know, I'm astounded that we're finally going to send 50,000 chemical weapons protective equipment out there to them, but that's going to slow things down. I wonder if anybody really remembers the red line that Obama drew with that pink crayon in the sand, saying it's going to be terrible if, you know, there's going to be consequences, right? Well, ISIS is undoubtedly using precursor elements from captured Syrian and or Iraqi chemical munitions stockpiles. And that's what's happening right now, and there ought to be a great deal of concern about it.
Let's talk about what each candidate has planned for ISIS. Hillary, of course, was talking about her plans to hit them over the internet. Donald Trump is not saying a lot about what he specifically would do to combat ISIS. Which of these candidates gives you more hope or more fear?
David, I've just spent the last several days out here with folks who really do know how to handle terrorism. We're in Israel. I'm coming to you from Jerusalem right now. We've been up north on the Golan Heights. We've been down south along the Gaza border. Everyone here says what they need to do, whoever's going to be the commander-in-chief, make this pledge. I will stop the jihad. The next commander-in-chief is going to have to lead Western leaders into a no jihadi safe haven program, where places like al-Baghdadi or al-Zawahiri can butcher Christians and create bloody propaganda. Second, jihadi leaders have to be killed. And when they're done in, don't hold a press conference and show pictures of the POTUS and his pals wringing their hands in the sit room. Number three, forge a Sunni Kurd force using Egyptians, Jordanians, United Arab Emirates, Saudis, with U.S. Special Operations advisors and fire support to end the Syrian civil war, and then stay there long enough to keep the peace. Number four, cancel the Iranian nuke deal and break the perception that the United States government is joined at the hip with the Ayatollahs of Tehran.
That rules out Hillary, because Hillary, of course, is a big supporter of the Iranian deal. But let's talk about Trump for a second, very quickly, Colonel. We only have a couple of seconds. You don't want to telegraph specifically what you would do, but shouldn't we have some more specific information from Donald Trump about what he would do? Quickly.
Okay, here's some campaign advice. Keep Gitmo open, try enemy combatants in military tribunals, stop unvetted refugees from entering the United States, and start a public diplomacy program like we did against the Soviet Union with solidarity. Do those kinds of things and you're not giving away anything.
Lieutenant Colonel Oliver North, great to see you, Colonel. Thank you very much.